Hello everybody, Phobos here. Welcome to another exciting episode here on the KubiKraft server, or at least that's what I would normally be saying. Today though, it's going to be a little bit different. We're not really doing an episode today, we're actually going to be doing our very first vlog. So you might be wondering, why a vlog? Why not just a regular episode? And the simple reason is just because I've turned into a pretty busy guy. I have a full-time job that of course demands a fair bit of my attention. I have friends, a fiance, I have a life outside of Minecraft, and I was actually considering quitting for a little bit, just stopping the videos altogether, and I realized that no, that's just not really it. I still do these videos for myself, and because I like to actually keep track of what I do. Like, I actually like to have my builds on video and all that fun stuff, and it is just fun making videos. So instead of trying to hold myself to a rigid schedule or something like that, I could just do a quick little update video once a week is kind of what I had in mind. Now in the previous video, I had actually said that I needed to start over and try to record the whole thing in one day because I was running into a lot of problems with what I was doing. And I'll actually show you what I've been up to. Now this here, you'll backtrack for half a second. Those who are observant probably noticed that I'm in creative mode. The reason for that is because I actually downloaded this into a single player world for testing, because as you know, me and TNT don't mix very well, but this here is what I was up to. This is what I wanted the last episode to be about. I made this massive machine, and I thought it was going to work because this here, like I said, is a download of it. And when we hop into this minecart here, we go forward, the TNT starts to duplicate. Last I checked anyway, there's a lot of frame rate issues, but yeah, as we can see, I was scared there for a second, but yeah, as we can see, it actually does go and blast the entire wall out of the way. So the lag is real, but it works. So satisfying. Now, what I'm going to do is pop into some footage from the actual server and show the difference of what happened there. So we're actually on the KubiKraft server at this point, and I'm literally just about to hop into this minecart. Now, I was confident that because I tested it in the single player world and it worked, that everything was going to be just fine, right? But as you're going to see here in just a moment, we hop into the minecart, and what's going on here? Oh yeah. All right, I just wanted to fire off one shot. So everything went upwards and blew up the front portion of it, which of course was a bit discouraging to say the least, but at least the majority of the machine is still there. So to solve the problem, I'm doing what literally everybody on the internet seems to be doing these days, which is resorting to an ilmango video to possibly try to find some kind of a fix for it. The machine originally came from ilmango anyway, and I feel that that particular design that we were following was more geared toward if we actually wanted to make a tunnel. It was a tunnel bore machine anyway, so that makes sense. And as you can see, this here is a very similar thing, but this is actually ilmango's diamond mining machine. So basically it's the same kind of concept, but there are some differences in the way that it's all linked together. My favorite part though is that, as you saw, it was hard to get in and out of the other one. That's why it's good as a tunnel borer, because you can actually sit down and it's worthwhile to get into this thing. But this here, you just throw that fence gate and it updates everything. And then we have a nice wall of TNT. And at this point, we'd be able to run around and go clean up the lava and all that other fun stuff. And then when we get to the other side, there's something else there. Now, I don't actually know how we're going to adapt what we already have. It looks similar, but what I've noticed with these things is that even if one block is out of place, everything goes wrong. And kind of what I want to do is have it so that, say, every 5 modules, we have a fence gate. So that I could literally just sit here going, tuck, run this section, tuck, run this section, tuck, run this section. The reason why that's important is because I'm pretty sure what happened on the server is it just didn't process anything fast enough. It just lagged a bit and blew up. So running 5 sections at a time should be the solution to that. And what we could do is literally just go tuck, run this, do 5 things, clean up the lava. Oh, let's stay out of the way here for a second. Tuck, clean up the lava. Tuck, clean up the lava. Tuck, clean up the lava. That's kind of what I'm thinking. And then we just run down the whole thing, grabbing our quartz as we go, building that large area. And yeah, that's the theory anyway. Now, anyone who's been, watching me do anything recently has seen me just fail every time I play with TNT. So, we'll see how this goes. We'll see how this goes. But yeah, at this point, it's just a matter of trying to figure out what all needs to change so that I can implement this. Because if we're going to be breaking it up into sections, that'd probably mean that I'd have to build a bunch more of these. And I don't know how easy or possible that's going to be. And the other thing that I don't know is how come at this end of things there's literally no there's no difference. It's just they threw in a fence gate here and somehow it makes it work. So I got to figure out how ilmango did all this, why it makes sense, and then I can actually start to implement it on the KubiKraft server. So we're just back at our base for a little bit, just going to be smelting up a little bit of glass because I'm thinking what we'll do today is possibly just get a small project up and running. We've been using a mob switch to basically turn off, to make the Nether a bit more of a peaceful place. And, it's worked fairly well, but as we saw in previous videos, there'd be the odd pigman here and there. And even though for the most part we didn't really run into any ghast issues, there definitely was one that popped up. We didn't really have any issues, thank God, but with everything being chained the way that it is, one block update could ruin the whole machine, and a ghast fireball would be such an update. So what I'm thinking is we have to build a better mob switch, and we'll make it available to the community. So it's just a small little project, and while we're waiting around for things to smelt and all that fun stuff, we can talk just a little bit. I noticed that some YouTubers will have they'll talk about their daily lives and whatnot, and I'm not really sure if you guys would be interested in anything like that. So please definitely let me know in the comments below if you would want to know more about, the guy behind the avatar here. I honestly don't even really know what to talk about. I mean, in my mind, we watch these videos so that we can see cool projects unfold, right? But you never know. So yeah, basically we're just going to smelt up a little bit of glass here, and then we're going to head off to the Nether, more closer to the community area, so that we can build a better mob switch. So here we are at the site for the mob switch. Now, I have, of course, taken the coward's route and slammed back a bit of noob juice, but yeah, basically all that we're going to do is make it so that we can stand underneath this thing, and we can actually see everything that spawns, which is going to be kind of exciting. So we'll be able to look up and just see a bunch of blaze all above us, which will be, yeah, like I said, kind of interesting to see. I'm thinking of going, I kind of want to preserve the Nether theme, but I don't want it to be like stereotypical Nether. So I've decided to go with black concrete and glass. Now I just remembered I kind of forgot to, I gotta be careful here not to break the spawner, but I kind of forgot to stain the glass, so I'll have to take a moment to take care of that. Okay, I gotta take care of some of these guys. They're getting a little out of control. Noob juice or not, they can be deadly. So, actually, one thing I just realized though, might want to take off my elytra. But yeah, long story short, just going to get this set up and probably be right back. And now guys, for the big reveal. Ta-da! We made a big black box. It's actually pretty good. It's pretty good. Once we actually get on the inside here, look at how crazy this is. Have you guys ever seen so many blazes in one spot? I actually had to fiddle around with this quite a bit. Right where that band was before is where the glass was. But I wasn't taking into consideration how these things actually work. And yeah, they have to drop down a certain level to actually keep spawning. But yeah, this here, I think we're up to, like, what now? 62? Something like that? Whereas before, we were actually sitting around, like, 35, something like that. And it was a decent mob switch, but it was technically designed to be a mob farm. So everything was put into one spot, max cramming took over, and started killing them off, and I don't know, it just wasn't working. This here, I'll feel pretty safe knowing that there's this many blaze being supervised by an alt account. So yeah, and they're still spawning more in. Like, that's That's absolutely insane. I'm so glad that I put this this glass floor in, because imagine if it was just a solid roof. It's like, okay, I'm sitting here. You know, no, it's something to see. But yeah, with that, guys, that is all that we actually have time for today. So if you like what you saw here, definitely hit that like button. And if you want to see more, then definitely subscribe, hit that notify button, all that fun stuff. You guys know what to do. It's not your first episode. That being said, though, I would definitely like to see some, you know, comments about different ideas for where to take the vlog. Because, I mean, like, we could just make it a short update episode. Hey, guys, I'm doing my best to do this. Okay, see you later, right? We could do something like that. Or, you know, we could do something a little bit better. Like, I don't know, maybe you guys want to know different things about me. I don't know, like, say, taking Mumbo Jumbo as an example. He tends to talk about his cat Benji a lot, things like that. So, if that's the kind of thing you guys want to see, just let me know. And we can take the channel in that direction. But yeah, with that, thanks for watching all the way to the end. And you guys have yourself a good one. Enjoy. So many plays.